All right. I I think this is going to be a lot simpler than you think, but do know this was a lot of trial and error. I've done this in the past. I don't know why. I guess it's settings, updates, all that stuff, but here we go. So, of course you're going to want to do a new project. And this is where it kind of gets interesting is go to core, and then you'll see that I'm using 6.2 up here. You're going to want a version, which I don't know what you have, but it's got to be 2022 or higher. I do know it works in 6.2 here. But go to core, and what we're searching for is the 3D with the built-in render pipeline. Okay? Name it as you would. I'll call it AlexAR. This is so you can see. Oh, wait, WebAR. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, once loaded, we have to do the Universal AR, which I do believe you already have. So we got to go to Window, Project Management, Project Manager, get URL, and install that. Okay. You know what to do. To this point, we have our Zappar now at the top. I like to set things up right away. This is kind of like an iteration of what I've been doing, so I'm just going to delete the camera and bring in my rear-facing camera, bring in my instant tracking target. I do instant because that is what WebAR is best for. You're welcome to do the target if that's what you want to do and think that it's better. It doesn't have to satisfy the assignment, just AR in general. And then, of course, when I have this highlighted, I'm going to right-click, and I'm just going to put an empty game object in there. So it's already set up. Now, whether or not this next step is necessary, I don't know, because we're going to go through it anyway. But this next thing is I like to do the editor update project settings to publish. Okay? I click that just to be sure, but now, of course, I'm going to go through it all and do it the right way, or at least the way that I know that it works. So go to File, Build Profiles, and first thing is to pop it over to Web. Okay? And while we're here, you want to check Development Build. Okay? Just something we're going to do. Then we're going to go up to Player Settings, and we're going to start in the Resolution and Presentation. You want Zappar, not the 2019, you want the Zappar, okay? Because we're doing something newer than that. In other settings, this Auto Graphics API, when I click it, we want to make sure that you have WebGL2 here, okay? So just clicking it and knowing it's from the list doesn't help. This still needs to be checked, but if you uncheck it, you will be able to see this list here, and you want to make sure that it's the WebGL2. So we're good there. Cruising down, everything else should stay the same. Okay. Now we want to go to Publish Settings. In here, the compression format, I don't know if it defaults to gzip or when I did the Zappar, but we want Brotli. Okay. We want decompression fallback checked. And the rest of the stuff is kind of moot to a degree. So we should be good after just doing those things, okay? So boom, boom. Now, for further clarification, and I don't know why this is, but I will share, in previous builds, when you dealt with the camera, you had to choose a base and an overlay. But you don't have to do that when you do the 3D pipeline built in. So just check your cameras. Everything should be good. What I like to do on the Zappar camera down here is, see it says anchor origin? I like to change that to be the instant tracker. If in fact you decide to use a target, that's what you can do as well. But that's that, okay? Close that up. And now in my game object, I don't want to change anything until I import my 3D model. So I'm going to do that quick. I don't know how you do it, but I like to do the old drag over. So I have my folder. I used an FBX. I drag it over. It's here. And now I can replace the prefab. And this, doing it this way can assure you that it's reading the file structure correctly. So the fact that it's listed here, I got it from Sketchfab. You can see that it's in the format that it's supposed to be, and the structure's there. Okay, so I just double click on that and it changes. And then really, believe it or not, that's it. Okay. I don't know if you're going to want to change, probably not, anything when it comes to the parameters, because it just positioned it at 0, which is cool. It scaled it at 1 and what have you. So I will say, if you want to do more for this, if you want to do a tap to reveal more information, which I believe you're doing, or rotate it, all of that, you just do this add component once you create a script down here. But as far as setting this up and it working, you're good to go right now. It's going up to the build and run, naming it, okay? And off we go. So it's going to create a folder, which I will share with you now. Coming across here. So it's going to be, so I think I called it, this is my old one here, the plant AR. You're going to want to put this whole folder either on a server, if you have one. It has to be a secure server, so it needs to be HTTPS, or you can go and create create an account on ZapWorks, where you got the UniversalAR plugin, and upload it there. Either or, but that should do it. That should get you going. Let me know.